All right, thanks for coming to Yoga Pilates today. We're going to start by setting our posture, feet under hips, lift up through those legs, lift the rib cage up off the waist, engage the core, roll the shoulder blades down the back, palms to the front of the room. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. Lift your chin to level your head. Feel the back of the head over the back of the spine. 3 breaths here. Nice. Let's start our Pilates warm up standing. So, keeping that tall alignment, feet about hip distance apart, we're going to start with a standing contraction. Arms a little bit behind you. Open those shoulders, open the chest. Big inhale, expansion. Exhale, push that air out. Pilates C curve. Inhale and exhale. Push up with the diaphragm. Inhale. Pushing that air all the way out. Big expansion. Big contraction. 4 more. Last one. Big exhale. Get all of those air out of those lungs. Nice. Coming down to the mat. We're going to be on our back. We're going to start with feet on the mat. Tuck those shoulder blades under. Walk the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Bring that knee in. Lift the head and shoulders up off the mat. Exhale as you hug that knee. Pressing the belly button down to the spine as you lift the leg and the head and shoulders. Nice. One more set like this, and then you can stay with this, or you can bring it to the full expression of the single leg stretch and keep that head and shoulders hovered. Hover that opposite leg. Keeping that exhale as you hug the knee. Switch. Switch. Nice stretch. Nice core engagement. Great way to warm up here. Switch. Switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees. Rock side to side. We can stay with that one for our last set, or you can do a double leg stretch. Double leg stretch. Hug both knees. Extend the arms and legs. Hug. Extend. Hug. And reach. Exhale. Inhale, keeping the belly button pressed down to the spine. Trying to have the natural curve of that lower back rather than letting the back arch up from the mat. 4, 3, 2, last one. Hug the knees, drop down the head, rock side to side. Coming over onto one side for some side work. You can pop the head up in the hand, or you can extend the arm and use it for a pillow. Top hand can be resting on the mat or on your hip. We're going to do some leg swings. So front to back, front to back, holding onto that core, pointing the toes of that leg that's extended to help keep yourself anchored. Hips stay stacked straight up and down. So try not to rock that pelvis front to back, only the leg moving front to back. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to come to pulses. Start in the back. Line up that hip really strong. Put the hand on the mat for stability if you need it. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg in front and pulse. Pulse. 8, 7, 6. Little ups and downs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it together. Switch to the other side. Starting with that swing through front and back. Pointing the toe of that extended leg, extended bottom leg. Stacking the hips, using the hand on the mat for support. If that helps you to maintain your alignment in the hips, hand on the hips is a little more challenging option. Front and back, front and back. Keep it up. Exhale, front 4, inhale back. 3, 2, last 1. Swing the leg back, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it front, get yourself set. Pulse that leg, pulse, pulse, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to the hands and knees. We're going to do some bird dog here. Actually, we're going to start on elbows and knees. Knees are right under the hips. Elbows are under the shoulders. Lift one leg in the air. Bend the knee, flex the foot, open the hip, bring it back to centered. Open the hip and square. Open and square. So this action is happening in the oblique. Lots of work for the core. Also, that's that supporting glute, the glute of that right leg, working hard. When you come back to square, try not to let that knee come below parallel with the hip. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay square. Keep that foot flexed. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it up. Get a little stretch here on these quads. You can rock your hips side to side. Getting ready to come to the other side, down on those elbows. This time the left knee is anchored to the mat. Lift that right leg up, flex the foot, open the hip, square it back. Open and square. When you lift that hip, feel the push coming from below, coming from those abs. Lift, parallel, open, square, open, square. Nice job. Keeping that knee high when you come back to square. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay square, up, down, up, down. Again, not coming below parallel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back. Stretch those quads. I know we were working the glutes. We'll get to the glutes. Coming all the way back forward for our swimming. We are going to extend the arms, plant the tops of the feet on the mat, plant the hips on the mat, engage that core, feel that lower back engaged to keep the spine in a neutral alignment. Both hands lift, breathe through. Inhale, exhale. Lift that head and shoulders up, reach through. Lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms extended, or use them as a pillow under your head, forehead on the mat. Lift those legs up, out, in, out, in. So this time we're doing an out, in kick, trying to anchor the hips to the mat, getting the quads up off the mat, knees straight, toes pointed, out, 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 out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Windshield wiper those legs, bend the knees, get a little tension out of that lower back. Getting ready to bring arms and legs together. Extend the arms, extend the legs. Open the legs, bring those arms back to closed. Lift and reach. So head and shoulders lifting up off the mat. Legs lifting up off the mat. Doing a pause in between for now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay with that cadence, or you can speed it up, keeping arms and legs lifted at all times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back into a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Resting the forehead on the mat. Palms on the mat. Spread those fingers. You can gently rock your hips side to side if your lower back needs a little more release. Nice. Coming back to our back, we're going to do some windshield wipers here. So laying on the back, arms extended, palms down on the mat. Lift up those legs, head and shoulders stay glued to the mat. Hips will open. So rock to one side, drop the legs, come back to center. Other side, drop the legs, come back to center. This is a nice spinal twist. Really great way to continue to get tension out of that back. You might be feeling a little pops. Drop and center. Nice pause when you come to the side so that when we lift back up, it is all muscle, not momentum. And lift, side, and lift, side, and lift, side, and lift. Two more, side, lift, side, lift. Last set, side, lift, and side, lift. Hug the knees, rock side to side. Little stretch, little rest. We're going to roll all the way over for our plank variation. Rolling over. Two hands and knees. Getting warm finally. We are going to be, we're going to do an up, up, down, down. So we can do that on our knees. Coming into a nice plank alignment here. Not popping the booty up. Oh, so sorry. Battling a school cold over here. So nice alignment. Knees to the top of the head. Plant that right foot under, right hand under. Left, down, right, down, left. Up, left, right, left, right. If you're comfortable, you can come to your toes, but if you have an injury, definitely stick with the knees. Up, up, down, down. You can spread your feet or your knees for a little more stability to minimize the roll of those hips. Trying to keep the hips as square to the mat as possible. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Two more sets. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Last set. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Hold that plank for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back to child's pose again. Nice stretch here. Take that left hand, thread it under the right. Get a stretch across the back. Switch hands, thread the right hand under. Stretch the back and shoulder here. Nice. All right, let's finish out our Pilates series on our backs again and some butterfly crunches. Feet together, knees open, arms crossed over the chest, our hands lightly touching the ears. Lift the head and shoulders up toward the sky, keeping your eyes oriented toward the ceiling rather than thinking about crunching over, forward. Think about lifting up. Lift, lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms either on the mat, or you can tuck your thumbs underneath you. Lift up those legs. Tap, lift, tap. Excuse me. Medication delivery. Thank you.
Did you get the one that you said?
Yes, I did. Thank you. Lifting up those knees, those feet. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to combine those. Position your hands crossed over your chest or holding onto your ears. Crunch, 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 crunch. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend into a pencil stretch. Arms reaching, legs reaching, pointing those toes, reaching those fingers. Big long extension here. And let's get ready to transition into our yoga series. You can cross those legs and bring them up, roll all the way over onto hands and knees. If you can do down dog, come into your down dog. Otherwise, just stand up, slowly rolling all the way through. If you're in down dog, roll those shoulders through. Drop the head down between the arms. Let the heels float down toward the mat. Walk the hands back toward the feet. And slowly roll up through the spine, head last. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, palms to the front of the room. Lift that chin. Level the head, back of the head over the back of the spine. Nice Tadasana mountain pose here. Coming into our warrior series. Let's start with an inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Hold this for a couple of breaths. You can grab a yoga toe hold if you'd like. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step or jump back into your plank. You can be on your knees or on your toes. Inhale, lift up that spine between the shoulder blades. Exhale, hug the elbows to the rib cage. Up dog or cobra. And push back to down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step it forward. Coming into our warrior one. Turn that left foot down to the mat. Feel those shoulders square to the front of the room. Strong front knee. Inhale, exhale, float down. Palms to heart center. Rotate to warrior two. Inhale, exhale, float down. Flip the front palm. Inhale, up to peaceful warrior. Exhale, float down. Coming to our extended side angle. Tucking that elbow in. Inhale, exhale, float down. Palms to the mat. Step back into that plank on the knees or on the toes. Inhale, exhale, up dog, and down dog. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, rise. To your warrior one, feel yourself all squared off. Inhale, exhale, float down, shoulders float down away from the ears too. Inhale, coming to our warrior two. Inhale, exhale, float, flip that front palm. Inhale to peaceful warrior, exhale, float down. Extended side angle, reaching that top hand over, big stretch for the side body. Inhale, exhale, float down. Palms to the mat, stepping back either to knee plank or toes. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra, and down dog. Right leg up in the air again, step it forward. Rising up to warrior one, we're going to come through warrior one and warrior two. So warrior one, warrior two. As you switch, come back to warrior one. Really feel the reorientation of that pelvic girdle. Feel how much harder the inner thigh of this front leg has to work in warrior two to get that orientation of the knee in a safe position. Warrior one, warrior two, warrior one, warrior two, two more, warrior one, warrior two, warrior one, warrior two, hold it here, 3 breaths. Hands next to that foot, drop the knee down to the mat or step back into your plank on your toes. Inhale, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Getting ready to do that kind of windmill move on our left side. Inhale that left foot up, step it forward. Coming to our warrior one. Harder to keep the hips square, easier to keep the knee oriented. Open to warrior two. Hip position a lot easier, knee working harder. Warrior one, warrior two, warrior one, warrior two. Trying to keep your pelvis at the same place in space and not letting it lift up in one position or the other. Feel how all the orientation of your skeleton and your muscles changes as we come through this. Warrior two, warrior one, three more. One, two more. Warrior one. That was our last one. Coming to warrior two, hold here for three. Shoulders away from the ears. Palms to the mat, drop that back knee and come to a knee plank, or bring that toe back. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Two more breaths. Look up between your hands, step or jump your feet up to your hands. Inhale, up dog. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. See if this fold is any easier or deeper than when we started. 2 breaths here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Palms to heart center. Exhale. Bring those palms down, facing the front of the room. Lift up the top of the head toward the ceiling, making a lot of space between each of those vertebrae. Tadasana. Getting ready for our balance. If you have an injured foot, you might want to get to a wall or other support. When I was going with my ankle, I used the wall for like a year, at least, for tree pose. We're going to bring palms to heart center and lift up all of those right toes. Set them down one at a time. Left toes to the floor. Open up that knee. Feel the hips staying square. So just this leg is opening in the hip socket. Toes can be resting on the floor, foot below the knee or above the knee. Press the foot into the leg. Press those palms together, finding those points of contact to help you feel balanced. If you're comfortable, you can open up those arms to the sky. If you're very comfortable, you can bring your gaze up to the ceiling. Palms to heart center. Step that foot down. Circle that right ankle. Getting ready to switch to the other side. Lift up all the left toes. Set them down one at a time. Right toes on the floor. Open that knee. Feel the rotation happening while the hips stay square. Staying here, bringing the foot below the knee or above the knee. Steady yourself, lifting up tall from that supporting heel. Feel that straight line from the heel all the way up to the top of the head. Open the hands if you're comfortable. Palms to heart center. Bring that right foot down. Circle the left ankle. Shake everything out. Let's come into some humble warrior. So one foot in front, other foot behind. 18 to 24 inches between them, about hip distance apart in width, standing on railroad tracks, not a balance beam. You can bring those palms in prayer behind you, or you can grab opposite elbows. Open up the chest, shoulders down. Inhale, face to the sky. Exhale, bring this into a bow. Bringing your your nose toward that front knee. Not letting that hip of the left leg that's in front swivel toward the front. Consciously pushing it back to maintain that hip alignment. Letting your head fall down toward the mat on each exhale. Inhale, rise up. We're going to come into a reversed triangle. So everything stays the same. Coming back down. Reach that right hand toward the left foot. Open the left hand up to the sky as much as you can. You can also bring that right hand to the mat for a little more stability if this is putting too much pressure on your toe. Trying to open up those shoulders. And untwist, stand it up, come back to centered feet. Feel how different those legs are right now, those legs and those hips. So let's get the other side. Right foot in front, left foot in back. Weight evenly distributed between the feet. If you're grabbing opposite elbows, try to have the other hand on top or the other arm on top. Inhale, face to the sky. Exhale, fold into this humble warrior bow. Letting the head hang loose. You can shake yes for bringing yourself to yoga today. You can shake no to all the thoughts that are trying to creep into this time you've carved out. Right leg, right hip actively swiveling toward the back. Feel a nice stretch in your sacroiliac joint on your left side. And slowly roll up. Shake it out, coming into that reverse triangle. Coming back into the bow. Bring that left leg, the left hand onto the right leg. Open the right arm to the sky. Goal is to get a big, big twist. And untwist. Roll it up. Bring those feet back to center. Should feel a little more even here. Let's come down to the mat. We'll do a boat pose and then we'll come into our savasana. So let's come through our vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Wow, much deeper on the fold for me, hopefully for you too. Inhale up. Bring those hands to the mat. Step or jump into a plank on knees or toes. Inhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Heels floating toward the mat. And then come all the way through to seated. We've got lots of options for our boat. We can have heels on the mat, hands on the mat, fingertips pointing down toward those toes. Nice open chest, not collapsing through the chest. So level one is here. This is still great. This is still working on using your core to maintain that straight spine with a lot less effort in the hip flexors, which the boat pose can be a little too hip flexor heavy. Level 2, lift up those legs. Again, feel the work happening in the core, not the hip flexors. Level 3, extend the arms. Level 4, extend the legs. 4 breaths wherever you choose. And when you're ready, float slowly down to the mat. Let your full weight melt into it. Open the hips to a comfortable distance apart. You can rock them side to side or up and down. So you feel like you're settled in. Tuck the shoulder blades under, palms up to the sky. Walk the right shoulder down. Walk the left shoulder down. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Letting out all that tension as we come into our savasana. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Roll over onto one side using your arm as a pillow. Tuck the knees, tuck the toes in a fetal position. Push up to a seated position. Palms down on the knees. Lift the top of the head up. Feel that tailbone pointing down toward the mat. Tall, lifted spine. Lots of space between the vertebrae. Bring the palms to heart center. Inhale, even more lift. Exhale, bring it back to sustainable, but still tall. Inhale, palms to the center of your forehead. Big inhale. Exhale, if you'd like, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thanks for joining yoga today.
Thank you. That felt great.
Good. I hope your toe held up.
Yeah, I can do pretty much everything. The only thing I can't do is like up dog. So I'll do cobra and go through tabletop and then plant my good foot to get up.
That's excellent.
Yep.